Okay, welcome everyone. Happy Wednesday, Teresa.
Happy Wednesday.
Good Wednesday. So when we are trying to come up with topics, I often revert to my own life, my clients, my family, my friends to come up with topics, especially when it's my turn to come up with a topic, which for Wisdom Wednesday, it's usually something I come up with. And something that has been really key on my mind lately, Teresa, and you can weigh in on this, is how much time people spend talking negative or dwelling on the bad things that have happened to them or in their life up to this point. They can't seem to stop talking about it. They can't seem to stop saying why they're in this situation and not moving forward by just dwelling on all the negativity all the time. Do you find that?
I do. I have quite a few people that in my life that I love dearly, but I had to honestly choose to love them at a distance because they're always focused on that negative. And especially, I have a great example for this. Last year, as you know, last January, I started treatment for breast cancer. And my circle got really small because I had so many people wanting to tell me about their horror stories and about how this person and that person, and tell me all the bad and all the good. And that negative talk, I thought, is going to stop me from healing. It's going to stop me from focus on what I need to do. It's going to stop me from living the life that I want to. And so I gave it, I think you were in my group. I gave everybody a list of how to support me and like what to do. And if they were giving me that negative talk, I was like, I love you, but I can't do this right now. So I'm going to have to distance myself.
Yeah, but the thing is, when people are actually stuck in this mindset, they don't often recognize it. They justify it by saying, well, I'm just relaying what actually happened. Like,
or I'm just venting.
Or I'm just venting. And people do need to vent. And I've written, it's in my book, I've written it in blogs. Have your 2, maybe 3 people in your inner circle and vent to them. But even then, if you do my time management tracking from my website, if you're an interior designer, it's under the interior design free tab and under the coaching and consultant tab under free. You actually be honest with everyone, right, when you're doing it, to see whether you are speaking on the phone for excessive periods of time, relaying stories of the past and all the bad stuff that's happened to you, and in your business, what negative clients have been in the past and how they've treated you, and this, who's treating you bad right now and why. It's just, when you see how much time you're spending on that, you can't imagine how much you could get done on your to-do list.
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, the time and we don't think about it. We think, well, I'm just going to have a quick coffee date with a girlfriend. And then 2 hours later, you've rehashed all of the wrongs that have been done to you in the last 20 years. And what could you have accomplished in that 2 hours? You could have scheduled on social media. You could have done a video. You could have sent that invoice or that proposal or whatever it is. Like, yes, what you could have gotten done, and you accomplished nothing by hashing.
Right. You could have reconciled your bank account. You could learn something new, right? You could be in my membership site and do a training. Like, instead of sitting and telling the same story you've told over and over again to anyone who could possibly listen about all the negativity that's happened to you by a client or by a person, it's really, I'm finding it to be an epidemic of people who just are dwelling on the negative. And I get it. I know I have to vent too. And I'm not saying, and trust me, my coaching clients, I'm not talking to you. That's what I'm here for when you're in my session. But I mean, outside of the session, I really want everyone to watch how many minutes a day are you dwelling on something, talking about, taking a valuable brain space that could be used to do something productive to get yourself to the next level of success in your personal life or your business life, instead of telling the same story, thinking about the same story over and over again.
Well, and I think you made a good point too, because when you're in a coaching session, it's productive venting because you got a timer. You're going to vent, you're going to get that out, And then you're going to start looking at the action steps that are in front of you in a coaching session. And so, I mean, that's one of the reasons why having a coach is so powerful. And I feel, because with my girlfriends, they'll let me go on and on and on for hours because they love me. A couple of them will be like, oh my gosh, like my best friend, she's constantly like, okay, it's been 10 minutes and I don't stay on the phone more than 10 minutes. Get to the point, like she calls me out. But most of our friends, they love us and they want to listen. So making that venting session, get a coach or something so that it's a productive.
Right, because I can quickly turn people around and say, okay, that's true. That all happened. What did we do now to modify our behavior, if possible, to change it from stop it from happening again? Yep. And I'm really bad. See, this affects me in my personal life because I'm so much of a coach in my head that I'm so used to doing it in sessions. When I'm talking to friends, I'm like, okay, yeah. And your point is, like, I'm so bad like that.
Yeah.
But it's because I am a super time manager with my own life. Like, that's the way I feel. I'm not always perfect, by no means. But I really look at my day and as to how much I got done in a day when I put my head down on my pillow at night, which is why I get so much done in a short period of time, a lot more than some people get. There are people who are better than me. There's always people right on both sides.
Right.
But I don't want to sit and listen to an hour or two of someone dwelling on something from the past because I have things to do.
Right.
And I want them to be productive too. And I want them to do the things they have to do in order to get to their next level of success. I don't care if it means cleaning your bathroom or cleaning your house. Anything that's going to make you feel productive and be productive is more important than just overly talking about negativity in your life.
Well, and I don't want to get sucked down because it's easy. I mean, like attracts like. And when we're in that negative situation, we can be in the best mood, it seems like, and then all of a sudden we have that one person call that we know it's going to be a long vent session.
Yes.
And then, at the end of that call, you're like, I think I need a nap, or I'm going to pour some wine and just move on and just end my day now. I mean, like, we get sucked into it as well. And so that's the other reason why a lot of times, like, I personally am really good with boundaries. I'm like, I can't deal with that right now. Like, I love you. I love you so much, but that's not how I see the world. That's not my world. And so I will do my best to remove myself from the situation quick. But
yes,
I've also been that drone on negative talker where I'm just on and on and on. And at some point we have to make a decision. What's more important?
Yeah. And I'm like you, I've had my moments of needing to vent and dwell, and that's okay. That's part of processing the situation and getting to the other side. So I'm not saying it's never okay, but I want everyone to look at themselves and say, am I the person that other people want to be around? Am I the person who is bringing the mood of the room up or of the phone call up rather than down? And if you're consistently feeling like you're the one who brings it down, and it could be really valid, meaning you have something going on really big in your life, right? Like you have breast cancer. If anyone had the right to vent, it was you, to anyone and everyone, right?
Right.
Like, you have permission, but at the same time, it wasn't healthy for you.
Right. I set a timer and I had a margarita cry fest in Galveston, on the streets of Galveston one day.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, okay, enough. Like, I set my timer, I'm done. Now I need to take some action steps. And I think that's really what I would want to encourage people to do from here. Have your moments, set the timer, say whatever you need, cry, punch, whatever. It doesn't matter. Set a timer and then say, okay, what is one action step that I can take to feel better? Even if it's going, like you said, clean your house, do something productive, because it will get you out of that mindset and back into that productivity.
It really does. The action creates the emotion sometimes, as opposed to the emotion creating, right? Even as a body language trainer, we learn that just smile, right? Just everyone starts smiling. It's kind of silly. And suddenly you're like, it's funny. And it really changes your body chemistry when you smile. Even if it's fake in the beginning, it eventually turns into real because it's kind of silly, right? Smile at everyone you walk by. It's the same when you take action against the things that are overwhelming you. It will make you feel more in control. So instead of just having the negative self-talk and it driving you down and driving people around you down, try stopping, doing something productive in order to change that whole trajectory around from being continuously negative, negative, negative to, you know what, I'm going to change this and do something productive. Hard to do, but doable. And I love the book, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. It's the simplest little countdown to get you to shift gears in your brain and get something done that you've been procrastinating on.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the best books to stop procrastinating. And I know a lot of people are like, it's on my list, I'm going to read it. If you haven't read it yet, just go watch her TED Talk.
Exactly.
Just give yourself that, 5-10 minutes. I don't know how long it is. I don't think it's super long. And at least watch the TED Talk, because it is one of the things, like, ready? 5, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yep, absolutely. And here's the thing. I watch all my TED Talks, anything on YouTube, all my Audibles on at least 1.5 speed, if not 2 times speed, so I can even get more in. I watch it too.
I want to absorb, and they talk naturally fast, but no, I watch them on a faster speed too, because I want to get more in. And a lot of times I have that stuff playing in the background when I'm doing my work. You know, if it's distracting, I'll shut it off. But a lot of times having that in the background, even though I'm not fully focused on it, it's that positive talk all the time around me that helps me stay in that positive mindset, so that I am less likely to get sucked up into that negative talk. Because it is, I do believe, I agree with you 100%. I feel it's an epidemic right now.
It is. I really do. I said it before we went live. I think that I feel like negative self-talk, negative talking, dwelling on the bad things that have happened to us and through clients or through our personal life is just, it's all people are talking about sometimes, I feel like. So try very hard to look at the positive, do your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do something productive. And if you're struggling, download the time management free exercise time analysis for coaches and consultants or interior designers. It's each under the proper tab, interior designer or coaches and consultants, and really take notice of how much time you're spending on these things and adjust it. Adjust it so that you can feel more productive, because the negativity snowballs into a bigger and bigger snowball. You can reverse it and peel away the layers and turn it around to make it like a productive snowball instead.
Right. Yeah. It's a great exercise. If you haven't done it yet, I highly recommend the time analysis.
Thank you. Yeah. It's always funny to me when people do it. I'm like, and what'd you find out about yourself? And they're like, do I reveal it? Like, how much time I watch TV? For me, it was always TV. I watched a ton of TV, and that's what broke that cycle for me, is my own exercise. Watching how many hours I actually watched TV.
Yeah, phone time. That's my time suck, is the phone time. Is just not just, one particular app, but like all the apps that I enjoy.
Yeah, well, they get us. They know how to get us. So, all right, everyone. So happy Wednesday. Try to, if you're one of the people who tend to have a lot of talking about things from your past or negative things that are currently happening to you, remember that it's not helping you really as much as you think. You can put it under the guise of, well, I need to vent. And yes, you do. But I think someone taught me, I don't think it was my mother, like, feel sorry for yourself 10 minutes a day and then move on with your life if you're going through a tough time. And I think that's the best advice, even if you double it and say 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night.
Whatever.
It's better.
Yeah, one of my coaches is like, go for it. Set a timer. And when that timer's done, you're done.
Yeah.
Shift.
Yeah.
Shift the mindset.
Shift the mindset to something more productive. All right. I hope this was helpful to someone today. If you have any questions for Teresa and I, or you need a rock star web designer, reach out to Teresa. And if you need a coach to help you shift away from your negativity and back into productive, profitable business for your and life, honestly, I do both, reach out to me. So I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Thanks, Teresa.
Thanks. We'll see ya.
Bye.